Mic check, mic. Mic check, mic. All right. All right. Test. All right. Let's see. It's been a minute since I did this, so I got to set some stuff up. Let's see. Well, one, I got this on the wrong screen. All right. Let's hide that stuff for now. All right. Let's see if I can hear this. Yep. All right. If anybody's out there, if you could send some stuff in the chat. I'm just trying to make sure everything is working. Checking my sound. I really need some sort of other person to bounce this stuff off of before I get online. All right. Let's go to YouTube. Body. Let's see. Police body camera. 2020. See if that helps. All right. Open a new tab. Oh. I hope you guys can see this stuff. Okay. Open a new tab. We'll just open up a bunch of these. All right. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, man, I really can't hear myself that well. There we go. Test. Yep, mic's coming through. Good on YouTube. Okay, good to hear. Let's see, new things. I haven't done one of these in a while. Not intentionally, just we had vacation over December. I was off work for quite a while. Then we had a sickness roll through the house. So I'm still still coughing from it. I had COVID like 3 weeks ago, and it's still sticking with me. So Let's see. New things down the pipe. We got our new website. Two cops one donut.com. You can spell that out just like it is on all of our stuff. Two cops one donut, spell it all out. Or you can type the number 2 cops and the number 1 donut, and it'll lead you right to the same spot. There you can help support the page. I've got stickers. They're pretty good quality stickers. I messed up, kind of. To me, maybe you guys will think it's fine, but where I think I messed up was the little circle in the middle is still there. So like when you put this donut down, you can see that white circle, which it bugs me. It may not bug y'all, but that irritates me. I didn't know any better. It's my first time ever doing something like this. But if you jump on our webpage and order the stickers, you for sure help the show out. We got some monthly costs to keep this thing going. My wife's cut me off. She said, you're not spending any more money until we start bringing some money in to help support the show. So stickers were my first idea. I'd like to get some patches. I'd like to get some challenge coins eventually. Maybe do a raffle for a custom Cerakote job on your firearm through HRH Combat. I haven't talked to him about it, but maybe we could get that going. I got all sorts of ideas. You can see in one of my new logos in the background there. I got a red, white, and blue for America. So got that going. Just put out a new episode with my old man. And we talked about the things cops think but can't say. He did most of the talking because there's still stuff I can't say because I'm still employed. I ain't trying to get in no trouble either. But he's retired, and he did police work for 30 years, so he could say a lot of the stuff he said. It's a good episode. I got some good feedback from Brandy Camper. She's like, oh my God, just watch the episode. That's really good. Your dad did a good job. I'm like, small man, he always does a good job, you know? So the point of this, the live, is a lot different than the podcast. This is kind of this developed based on different types of requests from people. Like a lot of times I'll get, oh, did you see this video? What do you think about this? Oh, did you see that video? What do you think about that? And those are great. There's a lot of cops that jump on that. You know, they're great at breakdowns. Donut, the operator, is one of my favorite. He's fucking hilarious. And he's got, I don't know, just his demeanor. I just think his demeanor throughout the whole thing and the way his mind works, I think it all makes sense. So his breakdowns are really good and comical, like adds a levity to it. So I think that makes a good thing. The one thing that I thought was lacking is it's easy for an officer to sit back and say, okay, this is what that cop should have done. This is what the bad guy did. Da, 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 da. No one is giving the perspective of, I don't know what this video is about to show. So what is going through a cop's mind as that call's developing? He could tell me what he thought afterwards, but that may be a little different than what he actually thought while it was happening. So what I do is, I just pulled up a bunch of random videos. I haven't watched any of these. You can go back through the tape and watch. I just started pulling up body cams from 2022. And what we'll do is we'll go through and I will act like I'm taking the call through the body cam. Now, some of these videos may suck. Some of them may be good. We'll skip in and out. If it looks like it's going to take too long, then we'll jump out of it. But if it looks like it's going to, be that 2 to 5 minute mark is where I try to keep it, I'll break it down and you'll get to hear through the eyes of somebody who's been doing the job 17 years, like what's going through my mind as this call develops, and we'll pause and we'll talk and we'll discuss through the chat and all that stuff. So it's fun. I have my adult beverage. I highly recommend you get yours as well. Tonight, we are sipping some TX straight bourbon whiskey, bottled in bond. Boom. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm a bit of a Star Wars nerd. Highly recommend you get caught up on Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. They are amazing right now. Cheers. All right, what else is coming down the pipe? And these videos last about an hour and a half. I'm not going to go super long. We usually get through about 3 or 4 videos. Trying to look at this stuff here. What else am I missing? So we got the new website, my stickers. Boom, boom, boom. You can check those out. They're 4x4. One of our donors, BB, he got me a new camera and a new desktop. So you guys are getting to see the benefits of both of these things. So the latest episode, that's one thing I want to say. YouTube, for whatever reason, the new camera is so badass. It's in 4K, but it's a big video file. So it still hasn't uploaded in HD. It's still processing. I don't know why. My next episode, I am trying to get Paul Azani, as a guy I work with. He is our leader for the Brotherhood for the Fallen, and he owns a restaurant in the city he works in. And so it's just going to be kind of a cool episode to see how one cop, he's bridging the gap through the community by helping support the community through his restaurant and helping support his brothers and sisters that are killed in the line of duty through the Brotherhood for the Fallen. And then you'll get to hear some testimonial and stuff like that from him. So that'd be a cool episode. I got another list of people coming down the pipe for that. I'm trying to get an attorney that represents police officers. So we'll get to hear somebody of that. A person that runs, he's now a police officer. He became a police officer in his late 40s. He ran a radio show for a long time in a project called the Fishbowl. And so he's going to talk about his experience of going, he wanted to be a part of the change that he needed to see. So he became a police officer way later in his lifetime. I got another guy from England, so we're going to get to hear the differences between policing across the pond. And I believe he's a trainer, too. His name's Michael Mercer, so I'm trying to get him on here. Charles Clark, who is with the Blue Voice, all about suicide awareness with police and stuff like that, and talking. And I can't think of what the word is, support groups. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. A dude who used to be a spy. I'm going to try to get him. And that's what we got so far. Oh, we do have a new work number, finally, 281-947-5505. So if you need to call us for anything, we got a work phone. So, yeah, with that said, we're about 12 minutes in. I hope everybody got all the kinks out and everybody can join along. We'll get going on the first video. I'm trying to see. Looks like everything's online. Okay. And the one other thing, if you are on my Facebook page, the TCOD one, it's got the brown donut, I believe. You need to switch over to the pink one that's 2 cops, 1 donut. I can't tell if it's on there or not through this, but I think if you jump onto that, you're able to chat with us better. So anyway, all right, let's look at these videos that we got here. Okay, first one. I understand. I try not to read any of this stuff. I just go. Okay, so, okay. So the first thing I see is a glove with a key. And it looks like we're about to make entry somewhere. So, I don't know. I have no details of this call, so if I'm this officer, this is obviously a body cam. I can see the Axon symbol in the top, and it says Axon here. I'm going to assume that we're on the call right now. So if I'm going through a door, I'm not going to hang out in the doorway. That's my concern right now. I don't know why I'm in here. Hopefully I'm going to announce police. Do we have sound? Hear anything? Oh, so right now it's just police. That's what I'm saying. Police warrant. I want. We're fanning out. Okay, so there's a guy on the couch worried about a weapon. We had a gun right there in the middle. My thoughts right now is seeing the gun is that's a threat. When you're yelling police, and they still are presenting a gun, you got to shoot. So I'm gonna say this is a no-knock warrant.
Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Police search warrant! Get on the fucking ground!
Oof, that's a rough one. I am not personally a big fan of no-knock warrants. I can't take credit for these videos. So now I'll start reading. This is a credit of CBS Minnesota, WCCO. So I borrowed their video. It's there. They're the ones that did it. So let's talk about that. The no-knock, especially in this case, I don't know who they were there to arrest. So typically the way that that's going to go down is you're going to do a bunch of research on that place, figure out who stays there, who's coming and going. You're going to have eyes on it as much as you can for as long as you can, so you're certain that the person you're looking for is in there. You don't want any children in there. You don't want any other innocent people in there if you can avoid it. Just depends on the seriousness of this guy. And then the other hard part is on that no-knock is that blanket. Obviously, he was sleeping on the couch or something. The blanket had his face all wrapped up. It's hard to identify that that's even the dude you're going in there to get. I don't know if that was the guy they were looking for or not. So I think no-knock warrants have their place. I just think you have to be really particular, and you got to make sure you got all your ducks in a row before you start executing. That's probably a bad word in this case. You start doing no-knock warrants. Just because you don't want to shoot the wrong person. If a shooting happens, and let's face it, that guy was sleeping, and he may not even register what was being said as they're coming in the house. He just hears loud noises, and somebody just went through his door. The argument could be made that he had a right to defend the house. So, I don't have any more details on that, so I can't really speak of it. But for me, as the officer going through the house, if I'm doing the no-knock, I'm getting in there as quick as I can. Taking my time on the corners if I can. Obviously, as an apartment, small space, I want to do my research before I go there, know the layout, and like I said, try to know who's in there. So, let's see, anybody else on there? Hello. I'm just making sure these messages go out. Let's see here. Okay, I got a few people watching, so I'm just checking my Facebook account real quick to see who's on what and to see if anybody's talking. I'm curious if this is showing up on my business page as well. Yes, it is. Engagement. Hello. Okay, so it was just me talking. Okay, I'm just making sure my texts and stuff are going through. I don't do this. I haven't done this a whole lot yet, so it's still a learning process for me. Okay. This one is from WUSA 9. Chat feature. Steve Wallace. I'm on the pink donut. That's what I'm talking about. Red Davis. There we go. Oh, the video started playing without me checking. All right, so let's make sure we are in the highest of quality. All right. Brad, good to see you, buddy. I think me and Brad went to school together our whole lives. I think he was a Montague kid too. So it's my boy. All right, hitting the engine, so the lights are on. I can see him bouncing off the signs. Slowing down on my intersections, making sure nobody's coming through. This may be a traffic stop. If it is a traffic stop on this dude in the white car, I'm looking for a good location to pull him over. It's nighttime. Tinted windows are always a big concern, so as I approach the car, my flashlight's going to be in my non-dominant hand, so my gun hand's free. I can't hear this dude. I can hear him talking, though.
We're close to Wayne and Dale.
What'd he say? Sorry, let me go back. For whatever reason, my sound is being weird. Oh, that would be why my sound's not coming through my... Let's go down here. Choose your input device. Can you guys hear that sound of the video?
Mercedes, it's gonna be a temp tag.
Yeah, that's... I don't know if you guys are getting the sound. Let me change this up real quick. Somebody let me know if you're hearing the sound of the video. You can hear it?
Wayne and Dale.
Okay, good. Thanks, Brad.
Unit 2 says that Wayne and Dale.
All right, let me go back because I just want to make sure I didn't miss any details. All right. So as I'm pulling someone over, I should have already called out the plate and the intersections I'm coming up to. That way, in case they run, I've already called it out and I ain't got to worry about figuring it out.
Yeah, 8 Henry 22. I'm with the white Mercedes. It's gonna be a temp tag.
So angling the car, I'm angling the car because if I were to get rear-ended, I'm not plowing straight into the back of the person I just pulled over, and it protects them and it protects me. So it's not a direct impact. The car will kind of spin.
Really close to Wayne and Dale.
All right. So for me, I'm already out of the car. I'm walking up. I'm approaching. I'm going to do a passenger side approach because it's dark out. So I'm going to get out of my driver's side, go around my car from the back side and approach. This is me personal. And then I'm going to approach the passenger side. Catches the driver off guard, and it gives me a chance to start looking into the car before I get up there. That's just the dangers of doing this at night because you can't see into that vehicle.
Pull down your window.
So the officer's concerned about it as well. So he's telling the guy to roll his windows down before he even approaches. Pretty smart. It's not the way, it's a way. Sometimes the longer you make them wait, if they are up to something bad, sweating it out right now, it may prone them to do something that is the advantage to the officer. Well, I hear backup coming, I think, or an ambulance. Maybe a warrant hit on the vehicle. So it seems to be what he's doing. He's waiting for backup. I don't typically need two officers just on a regular old traffic stop, so in my head this is more serious. That truck slowed down because he saw the lights. For me, on the traffic stop, I'm just keeping my eyes on the car. Not looking at my computer, I'm not looking at anything else. Trying to avoid looking directly at any lights.
George 10 real quick. Have fire at
Driver. Roll down the window.
All right, so he's loud hailing him over the...
Turn the engine off. Keep your hands where we can see them.
All right. Interesting. So now we got kind of a felony stop going on. Maybe a stolen car. So during a felony stop, your firearm's out, and you're going to give commands one at a time for whoever's in the car. Take the keys out of the ignition, throw them out the window, or to put them on top of the car, or put them on your dashboard. Me personally, I like throwing them out the window.
Hey, put your hands out the window! Put your hands out the window!
I haven't seen any hands go out the window.
Driver, put your hands out the window.
Things to consider. May not speak English. He's got really long arms.
Both
He
hands
went
out
out
the
both
window,
sides.
driver.
I'm just kidding. There's multiple people. Oh, we got a canine. That usually gets
Reach on the
compliance.
outside, open your door.
Oh, we got a runner. Oh, gun. This is what I meant about being patient.
Move. Down the street.
Unbelievable. No bullet holes went into that window that I could see. Let me go back. Maybe
Reach on the
one.
outside, open your
I
door.
thought maybe one bullet hole right there.
Stay in the car.
Boom. Okay. So if your gun's already out, you gotta imagine. I'm assuming these officers' guns are already out, just because of the way they're treating this. It's like a felony stop. So during a felony stop, your gun should be out. So knowing that, this guy gets off rounds before the officers return fire. You can hear the difference.
Reach on the outside, open your door.
But my immediate thought when that back door opened, knowing that this guy wasn't given any commands, I thought he was either going to run or do what he just did. I would have leaned towards running. That's usually what happens.
Stay in the car.
I wish they wouldn't have stopped it because I'd like to see his reaction.
Nobody move.
Yeah, there's one bullet hole back here. I hope nobody else got hit,
Down the street.
but he ran. So they knew something was up with that vehicle. It says deadly police shooting, so I take it that guy did not make it.
44, I'm out.
It's going to be, correction, it's going to be 2300 block of 10th Street.
All right,
2307
let's,
10th.
get off at this one. Anybody got any feedback for some of this stuff? I'm looking through to see if there's any messages. Nope. This is more fun the more you guys interact. Ask questions. That's the whole point. Interact. If you don't like the way that I'm telling you that I would react, or as I'm breaking it down, let me know. Maybe we can fix some police training together. I've got the voice. If you guys come up with a good idea, I can push it out to people that change that stuff. All right, let's see here. Metropolitan Nashville Police Department. I understand. Make sure we are in the highest of quality. We are. All right.
I'm Don Aaron with the.
I don't care who you are. I skipped through this stuff. I just want to get to the body cam. Here we go. Because I don't want to have any bias.
Let me help you out.
All
You
right.
will not end up in jail.
All right. So we have a emotionally distressed person is what I'm seeing. Officers are going to be ready. I can't tell if this is a bridge, and it doesn't look like a high enough bridge to jump from, but he's obviously in traffic, so traffic's got to be stopped. If your police has a crisis intervention team, that's who I would get involved in this. But the whole point is to try to de-escalate and get him to get some help. This is not necessarily an arrestable thing. He's in mental distress, so jail is not going to help him. You need to get him to mental health professionals.
Let me help. Landon, look, hey, look at me. Look at me, Landon.
So I'm guessing there's a weapon.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
People may say, well, having a gun up ain't going to help. Well, you still have to be ready because they will do suicide by cop. So they'll present the threat to make you shoot them. And if you don't, then they start pulling the trigger. And nobody's waiting around to start being shot at. So you do have to have your weapon up. I know it seems kind of counterproductive, but it's just, it is what it is. It's all you can do. Because you got to protect yourself, and you got to protect your partners, and you got to protect anybody that's in range of a stray bullet.
Do not do it, brother. Landon, don't let me go home with this today, brother, please.
Good tactic.
Come on.
So he said, don't let me go home with this. He's trying to, instead of making this about, you know, the bad guy, I hate saying bad guy. He's not a bad guy. But the emotionally distressed person, you're trying to, instead of letting him think he's only affecting himself, let him know he's affecting all these officers here that are going to have to live with it if they have to take his life, which is, you know, they're not thinking clearly. So that may not have been a perspective they thought of. And then you try to make it personal, you know, hey, I wouldn't say I'm Officer Levine. I'd say, hey, my name's Eric. You know, I'm 5 hours into my 8-hour shift, you know, and I got this call, man. I came out here and I'm here with you, Michael, or whatever his name is, and just try to make it a personal conversation.
Landon.
Using his name, Landon.
Look at me, bro. I'm talking to you. Hey. Please.
One person
I gave you
talks,
my word.
so that's good.
My word means something, okay? I keep it. You will not go to jail today. I promise you, you will not go to jail today. Whatever you're worried about, we can fix it. Let us get you some help, though. This is not the answer. You and I know it. You don't want to hurt me. I know you don't. And you know I damn sure don't want to hurt you.
I'm concerned about the body language. He's blading.
Come on, brother. Just put your hand up, drop the knife, and let's figure this out.
Okay, so he's got a knife. That's a deadly weapon.
Landon.
Even when you get shot,
Let's do the right thing.
you can
here, okay?
still be a threat. People don't go down right away from being shot.
Let's get you some help, brother, please.
So, but we know he's got a knife. Don't know if he's got other weapons. It's possible.
No, don't do it, Landon.
There's got to be a line in the sand. You can't let him get too close, because then
Don't do this,
what
bro.
what will end up happening is, you see how these officers are U-shaped. Now, if he charges, I'm trying to use my finger. You guys can't see it. If he charges, let's say I'm the officer right here in the body cam, and he charges at this guy that's talking, these officers' gunfire is going to get all drawn in the middle. And you're going to get this weird crossfire situation that could be dangerous. Now, hopefully you can trust your brothers and sisters out there not to start shooting towards each other. But it's in the heat of the moment, it's possible. Serious question. What is the range of a taser gun in the situation like this versus a firearm? So your taser, typically, its max range is going to be about, it depends on the taser, but I think they generally go about 20 to 25 feet. Now, that's at the end of the line. So think about that too. If it hits right at 25 or 20, let's say 20 is its max, it's fully extended out and it still may not connect the right way, because it's like the end, you know, a whip rolling out, you know, it's totally taut. So it still may not hit its target. And then we need spread. So the probes shoot out together slightly at an angle and they start to separate. The farther apart they get, that's when you get the neuromuscular incapacitation, where they lock up and they fall over. If you're too close, you won't get that. So a lot of these videos you see where they're like, oh, that guy's immune to taser. No, he's not immune to taser. The taser probes didn't connect properly. They either didn't have the amount of distance apart that they need, or only one probe connected. You need both to connect, because the electricity has to travel from one probe to the other. So if I get hit in the shoulder and I get hit in the hip, that's really good spread. The general rule that we follow as officers is aim for around the belly button or the back. It depends on if they're facing you or not. So if they're facing me, I'm going to aim for around the belly button area, just below the chest, and then somewhere below the hip. There's something magical about hitting. We call it the equator. Think of your hip as the equator. You want to hit one in the northern part of the hemisphere and one in the southern part, and you'll get them to lock up. But if I shoot both right by your belly button, all it's going to affect is like your stomach muscles. You're going to still be fully functional. So that's how that works. At this range right now, it's hard for me to judge, but I would say they're a little out of comfortable taser range. You still need deadly cover, but taser could be an option. And the other concern that you got to have, if that hand is on the knife and he falls One, he's on cement, so he's got no control, and he's going to whack his head, and you got concussions to worry about. And then the other part that you got to worry about is him falling on the knife. Sorry, I am getting messages here. Seeing if Charles Clark. So yeah, Ray. On the taser, it is an option. It's obviously better than using a firearm, but it's just so iffy here. So it should be out. It should be ready. Somebody, 1 or 2 officers out of, I don't know how many are here. Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So out of 5, I would want 1 to have it.
Let's end it, Landon. Just drop the knife, brother. That's how you
It
out.
may be bad phrasing. Let's end it. Don't use that.
Go home. Let's go home. Landon, don't want to do that. Landon, come on. Come on, Landon. Don't want to do that.
Landon,
All right.
don't,
I'm going to
please,
start
brother.
getting offline. This officer's
I've
doing
been
the
out here
same
for
thing.
30 minutes talking to you, bro. Let's go home. Let's go.
You hear how he said, I've been out here talking to you for 30 minutes? That's his cue to his other officers to shut the fuck up. You don't want a bunch of people talking at this guy. One person. He's got the connection. He's the one talking. Unless it starts to go to shit, you don't hand that over. He's got a rapport.
Go home, Landon. Please drop it, brother. This is not the answer. You know, I don't want to hurt you.
Come on, Landon.
Landon, hey, we don't want to hurt you. We don't want to shoot you. And you don't want to hurt us. Right? I got kids to go to. I got a family to go home to. And I was on my way doing that.
I like
But
it.
God put me here so I can help you out today. And
All
you
right.
know it.
Hopefully he's
And you
religious.
damn sure know it. I know it.
Relax the
Come on,
arms.
brother. Just drop it. Landon, please, brother, don't do this.
And this is what you got to do.
Please don't.
Just keep talking to him.
Please.
I start asking him
You've been talking to
questions.
me the whole time, brother. Please. Do it for me. I give you my word. I will help you out.
And he means
Okay?
it.
Look,
Anybody
come
out there
on.
that may be in mental distress and they're watching
Come
this
on,
to
brother.
get in the mind
That
of a
makes you
cop,
feel better. Take the sunglasses off. No
we're not
big deal.
joking. We're going to take you to get help, not
I've
take you
been
to
talking,
jail.
brother, look, I don't even have a damn vest on. And I still stopped at the interstate because I want you to go home today. I don't want you to end up dead inside the interstate. Nobody
So he was on his way home, like for real on his way home. He's off duty. He's not even wearing his stuff and ran across this guy.
wants that. This folks right here, they got kids in the cars. Look at that, kids over there just sitting by. Don't give them that show, brother. Okay, please. They're gonna have to live with this too, not just me and you. Please.
I love everything this guy's saying. He's doing a
Drop
good
it, brother.
job.
That's all you gotta do. I promise you. Get your hand out of your pocket, drop the knife, and I'll guarantee you I will have an ambulance here to help you out. You will not go to jail if that's what you're worried about.
Come on. I'm not taking anybody to jail then, Landon. I'm not doing that.
Come on, Landon. Please. Help me help you. That's all I'm asking for. Come on, brother. Just drop the knife. Get your hand out of your pocket. If that's a gun, what you got in there, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it. I'm not too worried about that right now. I'm worried about you. I'm worried about you, Landon. Come on, brother. Just drop it. Come on. I know you can do it. I know you want to do the right thing here. And this is your chance.
I'm on pins and needles with this. I'm just catching myself
Landon,
listening.
come on, brother.
Oh, I just
Landon,
read the
please,
top
brother,
corner.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No, no, no. No.
It is a shooting. Oh, shit. It looks like he presented something as a gun. I don't know if it was a gun.
Please, Landon. Please.
No, no, no.
Landon. Landon. Cease fire! Cease fire! Please, Landon. Please.
Man, I sure as hell can't. Well, obviously, I can't tell what it
The
is there.
metal cylindrical item Eastep pulled from his pocket was not a firearm. 9 law enforcement personnel fired their weapons after Eastep took a stance as if he had a firearm. 6 MNPD officers, 2 Tennessee State troopers, and the Mount Juliet officer. The MNPD officers are James Kidd.
All right. Well, that's unfortunate, but that at the end of the day, you can see how the officers weren't given a choice. You don't have time to figure that out. If you were to shoot him with a taser at that point and it really was a gun, you're still too late. All right, where are we at? Oh, wrong way. Next, 11 minutes. We're kind of on the cusp of how long I wanted to go. Oh, let me go back here. So, the News and Observer. Just giving credit. All right. I don't want to read any of that. All right. So we're pulling up on the scene of an accident. I won't lie, I just watched this video like 2 days ago. But we'll break it down. I'll pretend like I'm still handling the call. So my concern right now is the rollover accident. I could see it over here to the side. Sound should kick in here in a second.
Students with ADHD
Oh,
spend 10 hours
ads.
studying with this Chrome extension.
But no, by all means.
So as I'm handling the call, I'm getting an ambulance there, firefighters there as soon as I can
Reports, write-ups. But sometimes reading can get
to help handle, because this is a major accident.
Somebody in there right now? Where is he?
Individuals involved in the crash, as well as bystanders, are attempting to assist
I just got here. All right.
the other people.
Driver of that vehicle?
Left hand side of that little boy, laying it down. Yeah, kind of start to see it here.
Hey, we got somebody.
So here, my concern is injuries. Obviously, I'm not a medical person, but I need to start getting a hierarchy of who's the most injured versus who's the least injured. So when the medics do get there, I can let them know, like, this dude's screwed up. You know, this person just has minor aches and pains. So they can start helping the person that needs to be helped the most. My mind certainly isn't geared towards crime. Not yet.
Somebody coming for you. How many people are in this vehicle? Where you hurt? Where's your dad? I don't fucking know. Dad's up here? Yeah. Okay, how many people? How many people are in this vehicle? 4 in this vehicle. All right. You, your dad. And where's the 4th?
Getting the numbers down. There's 4 people, so he's making sure he gets eyes on all 4 people. That's what I want to do. I got 4 in this vehicle. Seems like the kid's hurting the most.
20.
So you're going to relay that information to FD and medical.
Okay, come to this side for me, okay? He's finally how old are you? Hey!
All right, so you can see how confusing this can be, but they were saying that this guy's the one that caused the accident. There's a bunch of people talking at the officer. Now, he's holding a kid, and to me, his body language isn't anything that I'd be majorly concerned about. One, he stayed. He's still on scene. That's a plus. So in my eyes, like, yeah, people get heated. They get pissed off at each other for causing accidents. But criminal intent really is still not a concern of mine. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just trying to keep the parties away from each other.
Yo venía manejando tranquilo. Él me venía sacando el dedo. Él me venía sacando el dedo.
Pero deje tranquilo.
Hey, we're gonna figure it out. You need to sit down for me. Listen. Hey, siéntese por favor. We need ambulance here, okay?
Aquí mandamos nosotros.
Por favor, siéntese.
Okay, está bien.
Por favor, siéntese.
I don't know a lot of Spanish, but si have to say, I know, sit down, please. When they really get out of line, you say, cállate. I think that means shut up.
We're going to need at least 3 ambulances here. We have a 20-year-old complaining about back pain. We have a 6-year-old with blood in his face. We also have 1 male here who's highly intoxicated. I'm trying.
Okay, so this is another thing that I don't have smell-o-vision, but apparently the officer's saying that this dude's highly intoxicated. Based on the way he walked, I wasn't getting that impression. He's not stumbling around, and I don't hear him slurring. Even though I don't speak Spanish, I can still hear a slur.
Trying to figure out. We're working on it, okay? Hey, listen. Hey, we have an ambulance coming.
Oh, she got RFD pulling up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So now, if I am suspecting this guy of being intoxicated, still, criminal behavior is what I'm worried about. And he's here on scene. Yes, he's arguing, but I'm not worried about, I'm really not thinking anything else. Like, yeah, we'll get this guy we'll get him arrested if he is intoxicated, but I still got to help the hurt people first, because it's not the same type of criminal crime, whatever you want to call it, behavior that I'm worried about.
I'm about to go. I'm about to give you a little statement before I cut my ass.
All right, let me get your statement. Let me find my notebook real quick, all right?
So you want to get all your witness info, all that stuff. So that's, I mean, the witness there actually kept the officer a little on track. Like, hey, I got to go. I just stayed to let you know what I saw. So he's like, oh, okay, let me get your shit. So you're going to get his ID, a good phone number, a good email address. All you new detectives out there and officers, get email addresses. They are lifesavers. People don't answer the phone when they don't know the number.
So you guys actually saw it happen?
No, I was telling the sergeant when I was coming down.
And because I have seen this video, it's a little longer than normal. Stick with it, because shit goes from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
I was coming down Jones Office, or come across Jones Office, get on 40. Okay. Coming up this way, Capitol Boulevard. He passed me. I was running about 65, 68. He passed me with like I was standing still. And the truck was sitting there doing like this.
So you got FD there.
Carrying all this marble and stuff, or granite. Okay. And then
I like what the officer's doing. He's using the fire truck or whatever that is there just to keep traffic off of him in case somebody accidentally flies through there. And he's also keeping his eyes on the possible bad guy, which is smart. Oftentimes, these chaotic scenes, we catch ourselves not paying attention. So, yeah, Ray, you're right. There isn't a whole lot of, you can't really separate these guys a whole lot. Oh, I'm sorry. I just saw the message you said about pepper balls too. Not sure of this as well. Do officers have pepper ball guns for instances like this? I know some agencies do. I don't know if that's a hugely popular thing. I know my agency doesn't issue those out to patrol officers. We're kind of going back to the last video. Sorry, I'm jumping around. But it still wouldn't have been a viable option in that instance, just because those take time. Even when you hit them with a pepper ball, it takes, 20, 30 seconds for that to start reacting. Definitely could have been an option if they plan to move in and take him down, but it's got a knife. I ain't getting stabbed. So back to this. Yeah, keeping your witnesses separate. Not going to be easy. I don't think this guy speaks English, so that may help.
he almost hit the side of my truck. I bet he went 2 inches from me when he went by. It scared the hell out of me. And then
who was driving?
I don't know who was driving, but when I come up, it was trying to get the patients out of the car, out of the vehicle. The guy with the necklace and stuff was on behind the driver's side. He was on the driver's side.
So everybody was already.
He was not the one. He was not out.
So the guy with the necklaces, he was.
Hey, see.
All right, so I guess the guy pulled out a knife. So for me, this is the hard part. The guy's got a knife. I can't point my gun at him because look at everybody that's around. I got a firefighter on the ground. I got a firefighter in front of him or to the side a little bit. I got emergency services surrounding my bad guy that's got a knife in his hand. These guys aren't trained for that. So now my concern goes into me personally. I may have to get the hell in there to help save these guys. because they may not know. Like I said, they don't necessarily train for this type of stuff. I can't shoot. The only hope I have is either getting in there and trying to control that arm or close contact shots with my firearm. This was running through my head. I can't swing around because now I've got to worry about traffic. I can't shoot towards traffic. I can't shoot down towards traffic. I can't shoot to the left. I'd have a great backdrop here with just trees and a mound. So my bullets aren't going to go real far. So, yep. I would tell all those FD guys to get back.
Put the knife down. Put the knife down now.
Firefighters getting the clue to get the fuck out of the way.
Knife down.
It looks like we got a PD guy in the back there. I would be telling the FD guys, move. Get away from him. Get away from him.
Hey.
I can't tell if that's a firearm or a taser.
Drop it.
It's in a left hand with a one-handed grip. I'm going to say taser.
Drop it.
I would have already tased him. This is me. I'm tasing him. There's no...
Drop it.
It's not reasonable behavior. To have a knife in this situation, hold it out, while officers are pointing guns and tasers at you, telling you to drop it. Even if you don't speak English, even if you're deaf, it's a universal language. I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, and it all happened when this knife came out. That's reasonable and logical. Any reasonable and prudent person, that's how you need to judge these things. A reasonable and prudent person. He's by himself, tase him. There you go. Boom. Now, the thing with a taser that people need to understand is it's a 5-second ride. It cuts off at 5 seconds. So when they're on the ground, it's the officer's job to get the hell in there as quick as possible and get the arms under control. So you know the knife's in the left hand or the right hand or whatever it is. That's my main concern. It's a pig pile as soon as he hits the ground, because I can touch him while he's being tased. It ain't going to mess with me. The only thing that would hurt me is if I touch both the wires, because now I'm creating a bridge for the electricity to go through me. So you're fine. Officers out there that don't train this enough, they think if they get in there, they're going to get electrocuted too. And that's not the case. I don't care about whatever this is being said. Okay. So he's down. See, they gave him an opportunity to get back up. I wish they would have just played it out. Where's the knife? Okay, so the knife is in his left hand. That's a Tonto blade. Can tell that. So look, he's attacking the officers.
315, really. Shots fired. Shots fired.
All right. So after I've shot him and he goes down, now my concern is holding what I got. I want to make sure nobody's downrange. I got the best angle I can. I'm trying to get some distance, and I'm not going to approach this guy until that knife is not a concern. Because like I told you before, just because somebody shot doesn't mean they're out of the equation, that they're not a threat. So look, he's been shot. He's down.
Officers at 10-4, subjects down.
So for me, I'm backing up. Not getting anywhere near him. I'm going to tell everybody that's in a crossfire situation, everybody move over to this direction, whatever. So we're all on the same line, or maybe in an L formation along the freeway and, to the rear of the bad guy. So we're not shooting down range.
Down, you still got the knife.
All right.
See the video's logo right here?
Commercials.
But instead of that, you just drop in your own logo. It used to be that.
Get it. Hold it. Watch it.
Yep. See, they didn't get in quick enough. This is right when the taser went off. So you've got 1, 2, 3. I don't know if this guy's a cop. You've got at least 3 officers over here to the right and the officer that fired the taser. All of them need to get in there right away to not allow him to get up. They had him perfect because he was belly down. And they didn't. And he stabs this. I think that's a cop. Stabs him. Still slashing. Now look at the crossfire we are dealing with. These officers are all aimed towards our guy with the taser. And don't forget, all the innocent people are back this way too. So now, stay the hell away. He gets back up.
Hey, is everybody good?
Gets back up.
You're on the ground!
That officer held about the best angle he could get. It was pointed downwards at the ground. Hopefully nothing skips off of the freeway.
Hey, hey!
Still holding the knife. Yeah, see how this officer's elevated? He's pointed down. He did a really good job. That's a lot to think about for as quick as that shit went down. So he's already gotten up twice. He got up after being tased, stabbed a cop, got up again with the knife. Now this officer needs to get away. I don't like that. Stay away. Get back. Get away from him.
Cigarettes! Drop the knife! Take Smith aside. I've got him.
There you go. Now everybody's getting on a good side. They're aimed towards the woods. All right, he dropped the knife.
Nice, clear! Clear!
Now I'll get MedStar in there. That's the beauty of having all these medical guys around. This guy's going to get the best care possible. But that was a lot of shots, so I don't know if he'll make it. So from here, I'm going into life-saving mode. And as a cop, there ain't a whole lot of life-saving skills I have, but I know how to put the gloves on and start plugging holes. Until the medical guys that are there tell me not to do that. Keith Ebel, damn fireman in the way. On instances like this, I wonder what the dude is on. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess he's just alcohol. All right, we are not into the life-saving portion. We're here for the policing side. So, all right, next video.
It's going to be, correction, it's going to be 2300 block of 10th Street, 2307 10th Street Southwest.
WKYC Channel 3, thank you for the video.
Through the fence.
Credit to them.
After I heard the shots.
Okay, where are we at? I missed what was said.
44, I'm out.
Nighttime.
Correction, it's going to be 2300 block of 10th Street, 2307 10th Street Southwest. Saw the male's head through the fence after I heard the shots. Got on my cruiser and went up to the...
Okay, so if I'm guessing right, shots fired, officer just happened to be in the area, heard it, and now he's trying to find the guy that may have fired the shots. John Ray. I know we trained self-aid buddy care in the good old days, good old Air Force, but what is that like? Police training? What are the legal limits of what you can do? I've never been concerned about the legal limits of what I can do. I just do what I've been trained in. Police training really ain't that much different than self-aid buddy care that we get in the military. What up, Steve Doolittle? Thanks for joining, sir. The self-aid buddy care that we were taught in the Air Force, John Ray, still the same stuff. Plug holes, tourniquet stuff, apply pressure, sucking chest wounds, all of that. So that's what we focus on. But as far as legal limits, like, I've heard of that stuff. It sounds like a California thing, to be honest. People getting sued for trying to save lives, whatever. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to do what I can. But at the end of the day, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medic. So I don't get too heartbroken if, I did what I could. I know at the end of the day, I will have done everything I could think to do, because I don't do that on a regular basis. I think the medical people are the ones that would beat themselves up a little bit more. So let's keep going. This one, we had a shots fired that the officer, I believe, just witnessed it. So, and now he's trying to find the guy. So my concern now, I'm gonna hold what I got. I'm not going in and chasing the rabbit. One, because look, it's dark. You don't know what's around each corner. I'm by myself. If I get hurt, go down, whatever. I just gave the bad guy a new gun. I could get killed. This is a team effort in this stuff. So now it's set up a perimeter. I want to get a wide perimeter, and we're going to start closing in. And I just happened to glance up at the date here. So this is a New Year's thing. So fireworks, firing shots, all that stuff is what I'm thinking about.
Porch, and I saw him putting the rifle away.
That's a little bit more information. It's a rifle. With a rifle, it's even more concern because my armor is not going to stop it. It's going to go right through you. It's going to go right through your armor, through your body, and right out the backside of your armor if it goes through your chest. That's the power of a rifle.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Police, get down now! Police, get down now!
Wow, he was right on the other side of that fence?
CANCOM, shots fired.
Okay. Definitely sounded like a rifle. Definitely almost a whole mag. A rifle typically holds, if it's like an AR platform, 30 rounds. That was a lot of shots. I'm going to go back. Sorry. Let's go back a little bit. I want to hear when those shots start pouring out. Because the officer fires back.
To the porch, and I saw him putting the...
Okay, so this is the house of concern. He said he saw the guy, and he said he saw him put the rifle away or somewhere. So he knows it's a rifle.
Rifle away. Shots fired. Shots fired. Police!
That's a lot of rounds. That was more than 30.
Police, get down now! CANCOM, shots fired. Send us everybody.
Okay. It's a rifle. I'm getting behind my engine block. I am getting out of the light. There's a street light. This is going to be stuff that's hard to think about while your adrenaline's pumping. My adrenaline be going through the fucking roof if it's a rifle. Pistol rounds, I'm a little more confident, but a rifle, damn. Yeah, Doolittle, that I think the same thing. That's more than 30. I see the officer fire back, but I can't even hear his rounds because the rifle rounds are so loud. I'm not sitting still. Me personally, I'm moving.
Where's he at, man? He was right there. See the gun?
There you go. Get some light.
Okay. Yeah, we're good. Hold me. Got me for a second? Hold on. I got to get my rifle out.
All right. He's got a rifle. That's good. I feel like he said he saw the rifle right now. Maybe I'm wrong.
Show me your hands!
Get that rifle out, baby. That's my concern right now. Get my rifle out.
Okay.
I got coverage from my boys.
Yeah, get him out. He's the one shooting the gun. I don't have no gun right now. Everybody out of the house now. Get everyone out. Everybody out. All the kids out now.
Get your rifle, boy.
Everybody on the ground. Let's go. Out here on the sidewalk on the ground.
A little worried about the dog. Don't want him getting shot.
I don't know. Where is he at? Where is he at?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't full auto.
Hey, do me a favor. Everybody out here on the grass right now. Get out on the ground now. Got it, Daddy?
So I understand the concern of the family. That is not my concern. My concern is the safety of myself, safety of the officers. All of this was not normal. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why that guy was firing. I don't know who he was firing at. I don't know if it was in the air. I don't know if it was at the officers. This is confusing as hell. But I'm going to get them all out. I'm going to have one overwatch on them while me and whoever go in and figure out what the hell's going on.
Watch him. Two people hold there, please. Moving. No, stuffed animal. Stuffed animal. Get police, we're coming in. I got mail on the ground.
So he managed to make it from outside to inside? Is that what I'm hearing?
Got multiple firearms here.
So if I see firearms, I'm stopping. I'm making sure I keep maintaining watch while the person behind me secures whoever the guy is on the ground. I don't know if that's our bleeding guy or not. He secures him, then he secures the firearms while I hold the known, is what we call it. The areas we have looked at and we are comfortable with its security situation. Once those firearms are secured and the person's secured, I'm going to have another person come up, watch the person on the ground, and then two other guys, we're going to continue to go through the house, make sure it's secure.
Body armor back there.
Oh, it's over with. Man, that was a weird call. I wonder if it tells. Oh, no. Go back. Let me see what it says.
It's going to be, correction, it's going to be 2300 block of 10th Street, 2307 10th Street Southwest. Saw the male's head through the fence after I heard the shots. Got on my cruiser, went up to the porch, and I saw him.
So he shot the guy and killed him.
Away.
That was crazy. All right. What is this one? This is 14 minutes, and this is... Oh, we already watched that one. All right, I guess we're watching this one. Let's not read. All right, where are we at? Boom. All right. Okay, traffic stop. We've already discussed this kind of earlier. Nighttime, tinted windows. I'm about to sneeze. Yeah, Ray, I didn't see the line of sight either. I think he shot him through the fence. He must have came back in the house. So I see hands out. So again, not knowing the details of the call, I'm going to say this is some sort of higher risk stop. Whether the license plate came back, stolen, the car stolen, there's a warrant hit, meaning that who's the owner of that vehicle. Doesn't mean the owner is the one driving it, but the owner of the vehicle has a warrant. You just seen him leave a dope house. Stuff like that. That would cause me to tell the drivers to put their hands out the window. I see fingers on the driver's side.
Start at 35, I'm 77 right now.
See people talking with me. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Doolittle. Thank you, Davis.
Hey, how y'all
Keith.
doing? You mind rolling the back window down? I can't see in the back.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you, Steven.
Oh,
I think
hey,
it's
how y'all
fun, too.
doing? If y'all could just do me
Especially
a
if
favor,
y'all
make
are
sure your
enjoying a
hands-
beer.
I can see all y'all's hands, okay? I'm doing good. Is this your car?
Okay, I got distracted for a second. I'm going to scroll back just a little bit. I want to see what's in the car. I was reading what you guys wrote. So as I approach, I'm going to tell them to roll these windows down more. As you can see, they're tinted. This is hard to see in. I know our eyes don't see the same way that a camera sees, so that's one thing to consider. Okay, so
Oh, hey, how y'all doing?
I've got a
If you
female in the
just do me a
back
favor,
left.
make-
I can see her hands here. Hands are my big concern at night. So I may tell her, ma'am, could you just keep your hands on the back of this headrest here for me? I would tell the driver, roll the windows all the way down. Unless I don't think any windows stop halfway anymore like the old school cars used to.
Make sure your hands, I can see all y'all's hands, okay?
Okay, so when I tell them make sure I can see your hands, that means for me what's running through my head, safety-wise, if they withdraw them hands, I escalate shit real quick. My gun's out. Show me your hands. Show me. I'm talking serious from there. Like, this guy's being cool right now, and I'm all about that because everybody else is being cool. But as soon as you stop doing what I told you to do, then dad voice comes out. Y'all know what dad voice is.
I'm doing good. Is this your car?
This is my godmother's car.
Your grandmother's?
Godmother.
Your godmother. Okay. I got you.
So when I ask whose car it is and he tells me it's his godmother's, the point that I'm trying to get to, I need to hear this guy tell me who I already know the owner to be, the registered owner anyway. So if he says that name, things start to go a little smoother.
Okay. All right. You got a good driver's license on you? You do? Okay. All right. Where y'all?
Okay, so for me, I need to go through the traffic stop process. I want this person to understand exactly the more questions that are left. Like, this guy may have a warrant I'm unaware of. And the more I start probing and stuff, it may cause him to act. Versus, this is the psychology of the stop. If I tell him, hey, dude, I pulled you over because you rolled a stop sign over there. If I just see your driver's license and all that stuff, make sure that that your driver's license is good and valid, I'm going to let you go. He doesn't necessarily need to know that I'm running for warrants and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's going to prevent him from doing anything stupid. So I'll use that verbal judo to prevent him from ramping things up in his mind and trying to act before I'm ready for him to act, if that makes sense. Like, it may trigger him earlier than we're ready for.
Y'all headed to?
I was going to Walmart, go see what find out it was closed. That's why I busted U-turn.
I got you.
And then I was just heading on.
Did you realize that's why I pulled you over?
Yes, sir, I know.
Okay, I was just checking.
Just because the light was, I thought just because the light was red and then there was no one coming, I could actually make that U-turn.
Okay.
But that's the only reason I did bust the U-turn as far as with the light being red, because technically, I mean, it doesn't say don't bust a U-turn on red.
Okay.
It just says yield. So,
okay.
That's a fair argument. I'd be all right with that. Be like, all right, yeah, the U-turn was wrong. Don't do it again. We're straight. That's just me. Because it doesn't sound like the officer has anything else right now.
So when it's a red arrow, it basically means don't go.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. You're right.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. You got your ID on you real quick? Any firearms in the vehicle, anything like that?
May I turn off the car?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I like all these things. I don't like him taking his seatbelt off because that's an indicator to me. I would have actually told him, hey, just go ahead and put your seatbelt back on for traffic safety or whatever. Keith's asking me, at what point would I get him out of the vehicle? It depends on what I think is going on. If this is just a traffic stop, I may never take him out of the vehicle. But I think I don't know if he's got another officer with him. I can't tell. If there's just two of them, I'm going to keep him in the car. There's no point in getting him out. Not until I've ran his information and things like that. So I would have definitely had him keep his seatbelt on. I said, hey, just do me a favor, put your seatbelt back on. Because taking your seatbelt off it's a way to start the separation from the vehicle. I get the argument of separate him from the vehicle and the other people. However, right now, I'm at a better position of advantage because if he goes to do anything, the indicators are all there. I don't know what he has on his person, and if I let him get out of the car, he's got way more freedom of movement. Right now, I can hide behind the pillar, this pillar right here, which keeps everybody out of the line of fire if this is my bad guy. It could be somebody else in the car that's a bad guy. I don't know. Based on his answers and his actions so far, other than taking that seatbelt off, I don't like that part. He hasn't given me, he's actually been very smart dude. I think everything he's saying is reasonable. The going to Walmart without a purpose, that's an indicator. I don't want to say it's a red flag, but most people, yeah, I'm running up to Walmart and I got to grab this. Yeah, I'm running up to Kroger, I got to grab this. Like, people go to stores, especially guys. We know exactly what the fuck we're getting. Going there, I'm getting this, that, and the other. I'm going to be in and out in 30 seconds. So for him to say, I'm going to Walmart to see what's up, it's a little too vague for me. Indicator doesn't mean anything's wrong, though. So you see the camera's not looking down doesn't mean his eyes aren't looking down.
By heart. Where's your ID at?
I left it at home. I was going to Walmart. No,
you left it at home? Do you have a good license?
Yes, sir, I do. That's why I can give you everything, whatever you need.
Okay.
Okay, again, another indicator. A lot of times your bad guys have a driver's license, birth date, name memorized that isn't theirs. That's your career guys. That's why you need the ID in hand. Now, I will say that we can check, see a picture, all that. If everything seems to line up, I will continue to ask questions, try to trip them up. All right, man. Hey, what's your social? What's your last address? What was your address before that? Because I'll have a list of all that stuff by that time. When I worked nights, I went to Walmart just for something to do. Let's see. What else did we have? Okay, that's it.
Go ahead, step out the vehicle, man.
All right, so we're going to separate them. So I imagine the line in the sand for the officer to get him out of the vehicle was not having an ID. I'm nervous because I don't see another officer with him yet. I never want to get somebody out by themselves.
Sure. Do you mind if I check?
Or by myself. All right. When I say, especially in this instance, at night, the way this guy's tall, probably taller than the officer, it looks like it anyway. My mind's already switched on to, if I start patting you down for weapons and you get froggy, I am slamming your ass to the pavement as hard as I can. In particular, in this position, for me personally, this goes into my control tactics, techniques, whatever you want to call it. It's jiu-jitsu for me. I'm going to wrap the hips up, do a little foot sweep, and I'm taking him back over to my right, landing down on the ground. I already got it planned out if he flexes. Why doesn't he bring him to the back of it? I don't disagree with that. Ray. That's fair. Yeah, maybe a little bit tactically better. But at the same time, I can still see who's inside. I can't tell if that's a leg right there where my mouse is or if that's the shine off of the door. Because I want to keep an eye on everybody. And if I go to the rear of the vehicle and I am alone, like I said, I don't see another officer right now. I've lost visual. I don't want the known to go out of the way. I would move him over a little bit and shut the door because I don't want him jumping back in the vehicle.
Is that just a little bit of weed in your pocket?
No, sir, it's a bag of chips.
Bag of chips?
Bag of chips.
Okay. It's just keys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, when we do a pat down, it's for weapons. That's it.
All right. No. Just slide back here with me. Let me get your ID real quick. All right.
Well, I don't actually, but I know my ID number by heart, and it's me, Yolanda Slamar.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes,
you
sir.
just gotta have a state ID card.
I have a driver's license with my name on it. Everything is just that it's at the house. I know
It's at the house. Okay.
I know my whole number by heart.
Okay. Cool.
Which is awesome. He's gaining my trust back. Let's put it that way. No weapon on him. Okay, cool. I felt a bag that may have been weed, and he tells me, nope, they're chips. All right, cool. You know, and I feel it. And okay, now that makes sense. Yeah, it kind of feels like chips. All right, cool. Yeah, he has very dark tint. But he has a trunk monkey. Oh my God. Do you guys yourself a favor. If you never heard of trunk monkey, look up the commercials on YouTube. A trunk monkey. Hilarious. But yeah, Keith, I'm with you. No, what I would consider red flags. Little things that make me question more, but
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where's that at?
That's also at the house.
Okay.
And
I missed that last question. Sorry, I'm going to go back.
At the house. Okay.
I know my whole number by heart.
Okay. Cool. Quick question. Do you have a medical marijuana card?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where?
Okay. Me personally, I don't give two shits about weed. It's not what I'm digging for. My state does not have a medical marijuana license thing yet. So I would give even fewer shits if I was in a state that has medical marijuana licenses.
Where's that at?
That's also at the house.
Okay.
And I do have the code and everything for that. That's why, if possible, as far as getting my phone, because I do have a marijuana.
You have a
card.
picture of it?
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm liking these answers more and more.
Okay.
This guy's got his shit together. He's like, I got a picture of it. He's not stumbling through his words. He's not, repeating questions. He's not doing any of the indicators that I would consider this guy to be any sort of threat.
Does everyone in there have a medical marijuana card?
I'm not sure about them, but that's why I was driving.
Okay.
As far as just in case of having.
All right. You have your phone on you that you could show me the medical marijuana? Yeah. Go ahead and grab the phone.
He's keeping his hands up.
Let's look that up real quick.
Yes, sir.
Shut the door. That's what I would do. So we do have two cops here. Oh, there's the other officer. It had his face blurred out. That's why I couldn't see his ass.
Okay. Go ahead. Put your stuff on the car.
Yeah.
You don't got your ID on you, so you're just gonna hang out in the back of my car, all right? Just put yourself in there.
Yes, sir.
On top of the car.
Okay, so I can't hear what the other officer is saying. I heard him start to talk, or somebody start to talk, but this guy's been patted down. No weapons are a concern. So yeah, if there's multiple people, sit them in your car. Continue your investigation. Obviously, there's some sort of smell of weed, and that's this officer's concern.
Go ahead, slide in.
Now he's secured. Now we can start figuring out what else is
I'm gonna
going
go
on.
ahead and take him out. Quick question: do you have a medical marijuana card?
Sir, I don't answer any questions, sir.
Okay, step out of the vehicle for me.
I can show you my. I can show
Step out of the vehicle for me.
Okay. There's a red flag. Keith, it's got to be the passenger. Yeah. So when they immediately are like, I ain't answering no questions. Okay. Listen, I don't disagree with that tactic, but there's a way to say that. My recommendation, sir, I will give you my name, my birth date. I'll give you my basic information. I ain't answering any questions. Fair enough. Okay, cool. But the way this guy is kind of coming out at it, he's a concern. Because look how the other guy was. Overly accommodating.
Do not reach behind your back.
I'm not reaching behind my
Step
back,
out of the
sir.
vehicle.
All right. For me, the spider senses are already going off with this officer, and he said it out loud. He may not be registering it with himself. And that happens to me. I've had that happen to me before as well. My spider sense just went off for him. I'm the officer on the webcam right now. He went to reach behind his back for something. Not a natural movement. Now I'm grabbing a hand. I'm going to use that door frame as kind of an armbar fulcrum to get his ass out of there. And if he starts doing anything stupid, he's getting the business.
Because you reached behind your back when I told you to step out of the car. Step out of the car, do it now. Step out of the car, do it now.
I got my.
Step.
Yep. All right. I like where the officer's got the same mindset. I asked you. You're trying to come up with an excuse. I'm not giving you the chance to start coming up with some bullshit. So now I'm going to rip your ass out of there because there's something behind his back.
Out of the car when I tell you to.
I'm finished, sir.
Hey,
You're
stop
gonna do it
reaching.
now. You know who I am, sir. You know who I am.
Stop reaching.
Listen, sir. I'm a brother, sir.
Oh, shit, son. So this becomes the conundrum. What do you do? I'm running through my head right now just trying to think of what I would do. I don't know. Let go of both his hands and just grab the shit out of the hilt of that gun? That's an option. Because then you know he ain't pulling it. He's just going to be swinging punches at you. And your partner's going to have your back, hopefully. Yeah, somebody said he's wearing military gear. It kind of looks like he's wearing a tack vest. Can't tell. Keith, red flag. All right. Or do you press him up against the car and hope you can hold on to the hands? I can tell you right now, in the position that this guy's hands are, those are really hard to hold. That's a hard hold to have. The other officer's, his flashlight's on in that car. So his concern is the passengers, which is fair. But as soon as I can identify a gun, I'm going to tell my partner, gun, 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 gun. Man, this is a rough one. I don't know. I don't know how I would handle this. I think, me personally, you may disagree, I'm going to get both hands on that gun.
I can show you my identification.
Keep both
sir.
your hands up, just like
I can
you're
show
doing
you my
now.
identification.
Do you understand
Keep
me?
your pull your gun out.
I got a weapon on me, sir.
I know you got one.
Yeah.
Hey, stop!
Pull your gun out. Hey!
Stop!
Sir.
Okay, somebody's being yelled at. I can't tell who he's...
Stop!
Put me in handcuffs now, sir. Put me in handcuffs, sir.
Okay, so this guy is not our concern. He's saying, put me in handcuffs. He does not want to be shot. He does have a Molly vest on.
Sir, you got me right here, sir.
Get on the ground.
Shoot him. Shoot him. I'm shooting him. He's done. I can't see him. Not worried about the radio. I'm in a fucking gunfight.
HQ. Shots fired. We're at Dunn and Lim Turner. We got one running eastbound. Keep it on him. Eastbound on Dunn Avenue. Send rescue 1067. Got one down. Do not move. Do you understand?
Passing Lim Turner or the Walmart. Keep your eyes on him. I'm coming right down the road.
All right, for me, now I got to re-secure the car. I don't know where my partner went. Probably, hopefully, towards the suspect that ran.
Shots fired by suspect and by police.
So
Need
that confirmed it.
735s.
That guy ran and fired his gun.
Yeah, just keep it on him. Do not move.
There's no rush. No rush here for me. Catching my breath, letting that adrenaline dump run its course the best it can. Move up when I'm comfortable. Keeping an eye out for that guy that ran.
I'm almost in.
Make sure he doesn't circle back.
And I'm 1051. Is he at Lim Turner and Dunn Avenue on that corner?
Setting up a perimeter. But I want to be very clear about not jumping on the radio. That's a bad habit, officers. They think something's happening and going down, and they're not addressing what's right in front of them. The radio is secondary. Yes, it's great to have backup coming, but they can't help you in the gunfight that they're not there for.
10-4. We have one suspect down, and we've got one that's ran off eastbound on Dunn Avenue.
I'm thinking a passenger of the car ran that we didn't see.
One detained in my car.
Yeah, so the one in the car is still there. I'm guessing the girl that was on the driver's passenger side.
Do we have description that any suspect that's still outstanding?
I like it. Not rushing in, holding what you got. You got to start communicating, getting descriptions out there. I'm really wondering where bad guy that got shot is, if he got shot. I can't tell if the guy that fired his gun is still out there running.
That way, yeah.
I'm going to get a little refill. We're at 1 hour and 33 minutes. So after this video, we'll wrap it up. I did talk for 15, 20 minutes at the beginning, so that, I want to give a full hour of video time is what I'm trying to do. Officer's got an RMR in his gun. I like it. It's a really thick one, but... some kind of guard.
We need rescue 1068. Got one suspect shot.
All right, I'm going to fast forward till we see him move a little bit.
Not sure how many subjects have.
Nobody's rushing. He's still behind that corner. Behind the corner, behind the corner. Here we go.
63661 1097 on Dunn, driving that way. Is there a description for the outstanding suspect?
It's going to be one Bravo Mike, unknown clothing, one Bravo Foxtrot, unknown clothing.
So one black male,
We're clearing
one
the
black
car now.
female.
Hey, is the guy in the car handcuffed, correct?
Yes, the guy in my car is not handcuffed.
Not handcuffed.
No, but I've already checked him.
Rescue to proceed?
742 10-4.
Now, I will tell you, the beauty of this is, even though those guys ran, this driver's going to squeal. You're going to get everybody that was in that vehicle.
Only one on Lim Turner.
All right, If you're in the vehicle, open the door.
I'm in the middle of Lynn Turner.
So now we're doing a blind clear of the vehicle, meaning we don't know if there's more people in that car or not. But we're going to yell out and hopefully you'll listen to us.
I need Lynn Turner blocked off.
Open the door.
What's great about whoever ran out of the car, they shut the door behind them. That was nice of them. Yeah, ghost challenging, Ray. Thank you, buddy. It's an old Air Force term, baby. Ray, I was real disappointed you didn't win that donut contest, buddy. I still believe if you would have had milk, you would have won.
Yeah, I mean.
Let's clear it then.
All right, I'm going to stay online, guys.
All right, so what's going through my mind now? We're clearing a vehicle. We're gonna, excuse me. We're gonna pick a side, and we know the driver's side's more than likely going to be clear, but we're gonna pick a side, no crossfire, and take our time. Come up, see every angle, keep communicating. All right, driver's door is clear. This is clear. Whatever side you pick. Passenger, back passenger is clear. Taking a look at the front. Good. All right, clear. Once that's done, we're almost finished. We got to check the trunk. We slow down, but we're still cautious checking the trunk.
See any movement in the vehicle?
I got nothing.
They're talking, communicating. Great.
They're clear.
Let's not flag each other.
There we go.
Okay.
Beautiful. Oh, he was wearing a ballistic vest. Okay, so I don't know the laws and stuff on every state. But if you're wearing a ballistic vest,
Where'd you get money from?
I've got a gun on view.
Bags of cash seized in a South.
You're going to the ground. That trying to handcuff stuff, that ain't going. I don't handcuff alone. I realize he only had one partner. I'm calling more people. I would love to say that I could see the ballistic vest while he was sitting in the passenger seat. Just seeing that alone in his action, I would have had people to me code right then and there. At least I think I would. I didn't call that out earlier, so maybe I wouldn't have. Toss a flashbang. Unfortunately, they don't give the cool toys to the police officers. They only give those to SWAT. Crazy. That was a crazy one. Ballistic vest, gun poking out, all that stuff. And he's telling him, cuff me, cuff me. I would have had him on the ground. All right, guys. I like my new background. I don't know if you guys saw. I posted this thing about a guy took pictures for 7 years of space. I think it's the Milky Way galaxy, something like that. And you can go to the site and you can zoom in and zoom in and zoom in and zoom in on this picture here. And just, I'm a big nerd. I love space. And for a guy to take 7 years worth of pictures, I can't even remember the name of the amount of pixels this thing has, or it was like a Google Gigaplex or something like that. But it did seem to take a while to cuff the suspect. That was strange to me. I think he had long sleeves on, and it is a pain in the ass to cuff over a hoodie or whatever that guy was wearing. So you got to pull the sleeve up, got to get one on, then you got to do the same thing to the other side. So it does take a while. It's not the normal quick, hands back, click, click. So just things to consider. Looks like Uranus. Yeah, my anus is that pretty, Keith. It really is. But nah, I'm a space nerd. I can't help it. Before I retire out of the Air Force, I'm going to see if I can't switch over to Space Force just to say I was in it. But that's it. That's it for tonight, guys. Please, on the YouTube page, I hate saying this shit. I still feel stupid. Look at my face. Looks all red from the picture. That's awesome. Subscribe. I won't even go down the like and all the other things, thumbs up stuff and all that. If you just subscribe to the YouTube page, I am happy. That really is helping out. I'm really trying to hit that monetized number, which is 1,000 subscribers. We're really close. I'm in the 700s. I never thought I'd be there. It hasn't even been a year. We started this in April. If I can reach 1,000 subscribers within a year, that would be amazing. Night Keith, man, thanks for coming out. Yes, Steve, my lives are random. I will be trying to do them once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. It just depends on how well I can keep my whiskey supplied and my free time, to be honest. So I try to knock them out when I can. Like I said, December and January were just kind of a nightmare, man. I had so much going on. I'm scrambling. I have a podcast set up to be done and then released by this Thursday, but shit happens and I may end up not getting somebody for this weekend. So I'm trying. I try to get a podcast every week released on Thursday, and I try to do one of these lives every either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, somewhere in there. Sunday is usually the best day for that. So I will try to give more notice than, 8-10 hours or whatever the hell I gave today. But yeah, I try to do these often as I can. Keith's telling me to check my phone text. Yeah, I should be home tomorrow around 5. Yep, I should be there. But yeah, please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, try to tell other people to do the same if they like it. I don't want to force anybody. Don't do it just because you think you're doing me a favor. Do it because you like the show. That's what I want. Quality subscribers, not people doing it just to check a box for me, man. I don't want you to have to do that. I want you to actually like it. So, yeah, other than that, guys, that's it. I appreciate you. Thanks for showing up, checking out what we got going on. Hit me up on the webpage. Hit me up on the Facebook page. Chat. Take it easy, guys.